Number 7. Stop sleeping in too late. According to results from study published by Feinberg School of Medicine at Northwestern University in Science Daily, sleeping late could be one of the unhealthiest ways to kick off your morning. Of 96 study participants, those who slept late went on to commit the trifecta of unhealthy decisions. Throughout the day, they ate more fast food, they ate fewer vegetables, and they weren't as physically active. This was especially true for the study's male participants. Number 6. Stop skipping the workout. The minute you miss a workout, your body goes into reverse. In other words, you start to lose all the benefits that exercise brings. If you miss a week of working out, your muscles start to stiffen up and your heart and lungs lose 5% of their fitness. If you still aren't in the mood for workouts, then I've got a solution for that. The solution is find your squad. Yes, you're more likely to stop skipping workouts if you have friends waiting for you. Do an activity in a group or with a partner. Number 5. Stop eating like garbage. Eating food like a maniac can be super unhealthy for your health. Eating fast not only increases your risk of becoming overweight, it's also linked to other problems including high blood sugar and obesity. Do you eat food in a hurry? Have you heard this famous saying that a morsel should be chewed 32 times? Yes, that is true. Due to busy schedule these days, people are unable to eat food on time and hence they finish it in a hurry. Number 4. Stop listening to negativity. Negative people love bringing others down. It can sometimes seem like that's the only thing they enjoy doing. So what should you do when faced with a negative friend, co-worker, family member or colleague? At first you listen, offering a compassionate ear and hoping their negativity is just a passing phase. After all, everyone has a bad day now and again. But if you're dealing with a habitually pessimistic person, you are at a risk of being drained emotionally. Negativity can be contagious, and if you don't take action to protect your mindset, you may find your mood infected with hostility. Hiding isn't a good option, so try something better. Disarm the negativity and shield yourself from their hostility. Don't allow yourself to become infected with toxic negativity. Number 3. Stop caring what others think. If you find yourself looking over your shoulder, self conscious, or fretful about how your actions will look to others, here's some help to stop worrying. We all want to be liked and appreciated for our many talents, our ferocious intelligence, our good nature, our sparkling personality. But when we start to rely on what other people think of us and we make their opinion pivotal to our success, we get into trouble. We start tailoring our lives to fit the expectations of others, and from there, it's a vicious cycle. Just focus on what matters. Number 2. Stop wasting away your life. I am certainly not the first person to suggest it, but might be a good idea to step away from the phone, and maybe go for a walk once in a while. And yet, I'm going to talk about it because, despite the probably millions of opinion pieces telling us how addictive social media is, how detrimental it can be to our health, I and countless others like me can't put that phone down. If you want to put your time to for better use, you have to figure out how to stop wasting your life on social media. And now for the last one. Start building your dreams. I'll be telling this in 3 steps. Number 1. Act. There's time to write and a time to act. You've done the writing, now is the time for action. After writing your goals down and visualizing them, get up and do something about them. Consistent action produces results in everything you do. Number 2. Build. Once you start taking action, you will begin to build momentum. Having momentum behind you will help you progress towards reaching your goals. Check off the accomplishments as you achieve them and celebrate your successes along the way. And the last one, reflect. As you take action and your momentum builds, take the time to reflect on your successes as well as what may not be working. It's this practice that can take you to a whole nother level. Reflect on what you can do differently and take the time to write new goals and dreams as necessary. Then start the process again. This constant movement towards making your future is a reality, and reality is what will create the momentum you need to move yourself forward. Fact number 26. The Hydropolis Underwater Hotel and Resort is a proposed underwater hotel in Dubai. Hydropolis is the first multi-room underwater hotel in the world. It's a very luxurious place from where you can see the fishes swim around you. How crazy is that? Fact number 25. You must be knowing that there is a space between your eyebrows. Do you know its scientific name? Well, the name of the space between your eyebrows is called glabella. Yep, you heard it right. It's called glabella. Fact number 24. Do you know which person has the world record for the most time without sleep? Well, the person's name is Randy Gardner. Randy Gardner is an American from San Diego, California, who set the record for the longest amount of time a human has gone without sleep. In December 1963 to January 1964, 17-year-old Gardner stayed awake for 11 days and 25 minutes, breaking the previous record of 260 hours held by Tom Rounds. Fact number 23. Do you know that there is a name for the blob of toothpaste that you take from the tube and place it on the toothbrush? The name of the blob is called nurdle. Fact number 22. Are you a type of a person who loves sunset, or a person who loves stars, or a person who loves night or darkness, or a person who loves moon? Today, I'll be telling you the exact name for each of them. A person who likes sunset is called opakarophile. A person who loves stars is called astrophile. A person who likes night or darkness is called nyctophile. And for the last one, a person who likes the moon is called selenophile. Fact number 21. The photo in front of you is the Grand Titanic Staircase, clicked on 1912. It looks pretty awesome, right? And now, check out this image. This is the photo of the Titanic clicked on 2012. This is the condition of the Titanic now. Fact number 20. Atomic bomb is one of the most destructive materials, and atomic blasts are huge. In this fact, I'll be showing you the comparison of an atom bomb with the Empire State Building, Mount Fuji, and Mount Everest. The huge smoke is the smoke released from an atom bomb. The green thing here is the size of the Empire State Building. The blue line which you can see here is the length of Mount Fuji, and the clearly visible red line here is the size of Mount Everest. The atomic blast is almost double the size of Mount Everest. Also, atomic blasts are so powerful that it can kill 120,000 people within a 2 kilometer or a 1.2 miles radius. Fact number 19. In Sweden, there is a tiny little restaurant of McDonald's. It's the world's tiniest McDonald's restaurant. Sadly, it's not for us humans, but it's designed for bees. I'm not kidding. You can search tiniest McDonald's in Google and actually find the same photo shown here. Fact number 18. Recently, Michael Damon Johansson, a mathematician of Stockholm University, and his small research team in Sweden proved that there are exactly 177,147 ways to dye a tie. That's amazing! Fact number 17. The picture shown on the screen is the world's oldest face cream. The world's oldest cosmetic face cream was revealed on 29th July 2003 when archaeologists opened a 2000-year-old capsule found at a Roman site in the heart of London. It even had ancient finger marks on its lid. Fact number 16. Do you know which is the tiniest fruit in the world? If you think it's a strawberry, then you are wrong. The smallest fruit in the entire world is the Wolfia globosa, or commonly known as Asian watermeal. It is so tiny in size that its weight is only 70 micrograms. The plant is found in freshwater lakes or marshes with species worldwide. Fact number 15. This fish is not a fictional creature. This is a real fish. Its name is oarfish. This fish is found in all temperate to tropical oceans, yet they are so rare. One of these, the giant oarfish, is the longest bony fish alive, growing up to 8 meters, or in other words, 26 feet in length. Fact number 14. Sleep paralysis. Around 8% of the world population experience sleep paralysis, which is the inability to move when you are in a state between sleep and wake. The most terrible characteristic of sleep paralysis is the inability to move, especially when you sense an extremely evil presence in the room with you. It doesn't feel like a dream, but it's 100% real. Fact number 13. Are you planning to publish a book that can reach a lot of people? Then you should definitely publish a book in Norway. If you publish a book in Norway, the government will buy 1000 copies of your book and 1500 copies of it if it's a children's book and distribute it in the libraries throughout the country. Fact number 12. You might be knowing Adidas and Puma, and you might also be having a couple of pair of shoes by them. But did you know that the creator of Puma and Adidas were both brothers? Adolf Dassler is the founder of Adidas, and Rudolf Dassler is the founder of Puma. Exactly 70 years ago, Adolf Dassler founded the sports brand Adidas. A mere year after his brother Rudolf Dassler created competitor brand Puma. The two world-renowned brands can be traced back to a now legendary family quarrel, without which neither Puma nor Adidas would exist today. Fact number 11. Are you looking for a good place to shoot your YouTube videos but you can't find any? Then I've got a solution for that. YouTube has a production space in Los Angeles that is free to use if you have earned 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, you gotta earn 10k subscribers first. Fact number 10. Most people think that the most valuable companies are Apple, Amazon, or Microsoft, but they are wrong. The most valuable company of all time is Dutch East India Company. Its net worth is a whopping 8.28 trillion modern dollars, while Apple's net worth is $2 trillion. Fact number 9. Most of us have seen the movie Titanic, but do you know who is the luckiest person in the movie? Was it Jack who fell in love with the most beautiful girl Rose? Nope. Is it Rose who got a guy to sacrifice his life to save her from death? Nope. The luckiest person is the unknown guy who lost his ticket to Jack. You might have not guessed that. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes failure is good too. Maybe God saved you from the biggest disaster. Fact number 8. In the Amazon rainforest, an 8-mile canvas filled with Ice Age drawings of extinct animals has been discovered. It could be possible that the Amazon rainforest could have gone through an ice age thousands, maybe millions of years ago. Who knows? Fact number 7. Did you know that Apple's net worth is $2 trillion? So the fact here is, Apple is so rich that they could buy Disney as well as Coca-Cola and pay in cash. Wow, now that's a lot of money. Fact number 6. Do you know Volkswagen who makes these kind of cars? It might seem like a small car producing company, but there's one thing that you definitely don't know. Volkswagen is the owner of Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche, Fiat, Skoda, Ducati, MAN, and Scania. Oh my god. Fact number 5. Fact number 4. Did you know that every day 3 billion animals are killed for different purposes such as clothing, food, carpets, bags, etc. And the human population is 7 billion. If humans started killing each other at the same rate that we kill animals, we would be extinct in almost 4 days. Fact number 3. Once World War III was just a few minutes away, but a Russian army officer, Vasily Arkhipov, refused to drop a nuclear bomb on America on October 27, 1962. He saved the entire world from breaking into war, but nobody knows him. Fact number 2. Did you know that the most expensive dog in the entire world is the Tibetan Mastiff F, which is 66 to 75 centimeters long and 45 to 73 kgs in weight? And the most important thing is that it costs a whopping $1.5 million. What? Fact number 1. Toshiba T1100 was a laptop manufactured by Toshiba in 1985 and has subsequently been described by Toshiba as the world's first mass-market laptop computer. Its weight was 4.1 kgs and was sold at a price of $1,899, which is equivalent to $4,514 in 2020. Fact number 26. We bite our nails when we are thinking about something, in stress or worried about something. We all probably know that. But did you know what is the technical name for nail biting? The technical name for fingernail biting is called onychophagia. Fact number 25. Honeybees, being so tiny in size, can still recognize human faces. It was previously thought that only mammals with large brains could distinguish faces. Despite their tiny brain size, which contains only 1 million neurons, which is a very small number compared to humans and other mammals, honeybees use visual processing mechanisms that are familiar to humans, which enables reliable face recognition. Fact number 24. Do you like maths? Well, some of you don't. But the fact I'm gonna tell you related to maths is literally mind-blowing. Open calculator, type down 259 and then multiply it by your age and then again multiply it by 39 and you'll get an amazing result. I actually discovered it when I was doing some mathematical calculations. I am mostly involved in math stuff. Fact number 23. Have you seen Tom and Jerry? At the start of any episode, they showed this video. Have you ever wondered how they did this? This is how they did it. In those days, they didn't have any recorded footage of animals, so they were forced to do it in this manner. These animals were not just caught from any random forest, they were trained animals. Fact number 22. The photo which you can see is a tree which was painted by a group of teenagers.
5 minutes later.
Oh no, it's the wrong information. This is a real tree. Eucalyptus deglupta is a species of tall tree, commonly known as the rainbow eucalyptus or rainbow gum, that is found in Philippines, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. Fact number 21. Kevin Fast, a 57-year-old Lutheran church pastor, is known as the world's strongest priest. Kevin has performed numerous jaw-dropping feats of strength, which include pulling a 188,830 kilo plane, hauling a 40,000 kilo house down the road, lifting 11 people with his shoulders, pulling a fire engine over 100 feet, and many more. He has also broken 19 powerlifting records. Fact number 20. The photo is of an elephant armor from 17th century in India. It is made up of 5,840 plates and weighs an insane 118 kgs, excluding the weight of the elephant itself.
You're kidding me!
Fact number 19. Trees are all over the world, but did you know that around 400 million years ago, the entire world was covered in giant mushrooms? They were known as prototaxites. They were huge, big stems which grew up to 26 feet in height. Fact number 18. Once, football player Ronaldinho No, that's not the wrong name. There is one player named Ronaldinho. So the fact here is, Ronaldinho once lost $750,000 deal with Coca-Cola because he just took a sip from Pepsi.
You serious?
Fact number 17. Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company made illuminating and translucent tires back in 1950s. Engineers fitted the tires with 18 light bulb wires into the center of the wheel, creating an electroluminescent-like glow on the ground and in the car's wheel wells. And here is the collection of illuminating and translucent tires. Fact number 16. Have you seen car commercials where they show cars in a very cinematic view? Here in this fact, I'll be showing you how some car companies make their commercials, and you'll be shocked to see the result. And that's how they are made.
You lied to the colony. You lied to me.
Fact number 15. Have you seen Tom and Jerry? Well, most of you have, but did you know why they are named Tom and Jerry? Tom and Jerry was a British slang term for the 1800s, meaning to fight and cause trouble. Well, that explains us why it's named so. Fact number 14. When you buy a bottle of water, you must have noticed that there is an expiry date. It doesn't actually mean that the water is gonna expire on that date. The expiry date is for the bottle. The bottle expires on the day. Fact number 13. Have you ever imagined how long is the world's largest printed photograph? The largest printed photograph ever taken was 111 feet or 34 meters wide and 32 meters or 9.8 meters high. Fact number 12. This might seem like an eye, but this is Carrot Crater Lake in Iceland, also known as the Eye of the World. Fact number 11. Steve Mayer was one of the first person to invent a car completely powered by water. He claimed that it was capable of traveling across the country with just 72 liters of tap water, which would have revolutionized the auto industry, making gas obsolete. Shortly after creating this car, Steve Mayer died while meeting with investors. His brother said he ran out of the restaurant joking, then looked at him and said, "They poisoned me." Fact number 10. There is an incredible lake in Iceland which looks like a sword shaped bridge. It looks incredible, right? No, but seriously, this is incredible architecture.
Wow! Incredible!
Fact number 9. Have you seen bananas?
Of course!
Alright, but you will have never seen red bananas. Yes, they do exist. They are sweet, creamy, and taste like raspberry. They're only found in Southeast Asia. Fact number 8. Close your eyes. What did you see? Was it all black? Actually, it's not black. When we close our eyes, the color we see is not black. The color is called Grau, which is different from black. The color can only be seen properly when we are in a complete dark area. Although it seems like it's completely black, it actually is not. Fact number 7. Chandeliers are found in a ton of designs, but have you ever seen the Hilden Dias chandelier? The Hilden Dias chandelier is a type of chandelier which turns the room into a creepy forest scene. Would you use one if you ever got a chance?
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
Fact number 6. Have you any idea when was the first toothbrush invented?
No.
The first toothbrush ever in the world was invented in 1498. It was not a mass-produced toothbrush, but it was only a concept. The first mass-produced toothbrush was sold on 1780 by William Addis. Fact number 5. What if you got a chance to play tennis at a height of almost 650 feet? Would you put down the offer? You might be wondering, is it even possible? But now that's possible. The world's highest tennis court is in Dubai, which is at 650 feet above the ground. It has the record for the highest tennis court in the world. Fact number 4. The richest person to ever live is Jeff Bezos. You think that, right? But no, you are wrong.
You were mistaken.
Mansa Musa, a 14th century ruler of Mali, is the richest person to ever live with $400 billion, while Jeff Bezos only has $182 billion.
Are you kidding me?
Fact number 3. Red roses are common, of course, but have you seen black roses?
What?
Black rose is an extremely rare flower that is naturally grown only in the village of Halfeti in Turkey. Fact number 2. Have you seen a restaurant which looks like a cartoon world? Well, let me show you one.
Are you ready?
Fact number 1. Who invented homework? There are many rumors in the internet claiming that a person named Roberto Nevilis, an Italian teacher, invented the homework in 1905, but those are all false information. It is not possible in 1905 because in 1901, California passed an act that banned homework for students younger than 15 years old. Before the law was revoked in 1917, that means nevertheless, assuming it does exist and isn't the work of some internet trolls, couldn't have invented it in 1905 in Europe if it already made its way to California and probably the rest of the world 4 years earlier. Fact number 16. Have you any idea how deep is the world's deepest swimming pool? The world's deepest swimming pool is in Brussels, Belgium. Its name is Nemo 33 and the maximum depth of the pool is 34.5 meters. Fact number 15. In World War I, the typical age of the soldiers was 36 years old. That was because the law prevented boys of 19 years of age to fight in the war. But if you think about it, who was the youngest soldier trained to fight in the World War I? And the answer to that is the youngest soldier was only 7 years old. His name was Momcilo Gavrik. He fought the World War I at the age of 7 and was promoted to the rank of corporal at the age of 8. Fact number 14. This might seem like a fantasy world, but no, it's not. This is a turquoise ice formation in Lake Baikal, Russia. Every winter, as temperatures go down to below 0 degrees Celsius, the crystal clear lake water forms brilliant gem-like ice that glimmers in the sunlight. I mean, look at this. This is wonderful.
Wow.
Fact number 13. In the United States, the average population of a town is around 6,200 people. But do you know what is the population of the world's smallest town? There is a small little town in Croatia named Hum. And the population of Hum is approximately 30 people.
Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Sadly, no, I am not kidding.
Fact number 12. Do you know which is the most expensive school in the world? The most expensive school in the world is Le Rosey in Switzerland. It is also nicknamed as School of Kings. The cost of the tuition is $113,178 per year, which is excluding the sports activities.
Oh my god!
Fact number 11. Usually mushrooms look like this, but have you seen mushrooms which look like zombies? Yes, I'm not kidding. The Xylaria fungus, or better known as fingers of the dead, is a saprophytic fungus. It is a common inhabitant of forested and wooded areas, generally growing from the bases of rotten or injured tree stumps and decaying wood. It looks like the hand of a zombie emerging from the ground. Wow, now that's creepy. Fact number 10. Now it's time for my favorite fact. Some people believe that Earth is... Oh no, wait! That's not a person!
No, 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 no. This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Some people believe that Earth is the only planet in the universe that contains life. But they are wrong. Our universe is spread over a length of 46 billion light years. Why can't there be a single possibility that there are more planets like Earth that sustains life? In this fact, I'll be explaining how it's impossible for aliens to not exist. Our galaxy has 300 billion stars. 1 in 5 stars have an Earth-like planet with liquid water. That's roughly 60 billion Earth-like planets in our galaxy alone. But our galaxy is small. Some have up to 1 trillion stars. How many galaxies are there? In our observable universe, there are 170 billion galaxies, each with up to 1 trillion stars. This means that there are around 23 sextillion, 800 quintillion Earth-like planets in our universe. How can Earth be the only planet with life? Fact number 9. Most people think that diamonds are the rarest stones on Earth. But that's not the truth. Have any of you ever thought which stone is more expensive and rare than diamonds? The stone's name is... They are called Tanzanite stone. These stones appear in Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. They are 1,000 times more rare than diamonds, and it costs $1,200 per carat.
What?
Fact number 8. Coca-Cola's history is more than 115 years old. The world's favorite soft drink started life as a soda fountain beverage, selling for 5 cents a glass. But it was only when a strong bottling system developed that Coca-Cola became the world famous brand it is today. In this fact, I'll be showing you the evolution of Coca-Cola bottles from 1899 to 2020. Let's start. The bottle that you could see on the left was the first bottle of Coca-Cola, sold on 1899. The second bottle was sold the next year on 1900. 15 years later, we see a change in the design of the bottle. This was sold on 1915. The next one is a lot familiar. It was looking just a little thick than Coca-Cola bottle nowadays. It was sold on 1916. The next one was sold on 1957, not having much of a change except its thickness. And now for the last one. This was launched on the year 1986, 29 years after the previous one. It was the final bottle, after which the design has barely changed. Fact number 7. Robert Downey Jr., better known as Iron Man in the Avengers, is one of the most paid actors in Marvel. The fact that I'm gonna tell you will really shock you. Robert Downey Jr. was paid $10 million for just 8 minutes of screen time in Spider-Man Homecoming. He made more than $1 million for every minute he appeared in the movie. Fact number 6. Rain usually looks like this as seen from the ground. But have you seen rainfall from the sky or from the plane? Wait, let me show you. Wow, that was so awesome. Fact number 5. Corns are usually found in yellow color.
Obviously.
Well, alright, but you will most probably have never seen purple corn. Yes, they do exist, and they are not colored through chemicals. The purple corn is grown naturally in Bolivia, Ecuador, and Peru. Fact number 4. Have you ever dreamt of cycling or walking through water? Alright, then let me show you a video. Fact number 3. Are you afraid of clowns? You might be suffering from coulrophobia. And are you afraid from bridges? Then that's gyrophobia. These are some well-known phobias. But today, I'll be telling you two of the most unusual and weirdest phobias ever recognized. Number 1. Fear of number 13. Yes, it is a phobia. People who are afraid of number 13 are suffering from a very rare condition called triskaidekaphobia. The name is on your screen. Number 2. Many of us experience embarrassment or irritation with our families at times. The people who suffer from an excessive fear from their relatives are suffering from a rare condition called syngenesiphobia. Fact number 2. From space, Earth looks like a water planet, with oceans covering more than 70% of its surface, with an average depth of 14,000 feet or 4,267 meters. However, if every drop of water in the world was collected into a sphere, it would just be 860 miles or 1,400 kilometers across, barely big enough to cover Eastern Europe. In the upcoming image, I'll show you all the air in the atmosphere, which is 5,140 trillion tons of it, gathered into a ball at sea level density. This is the image. The blue part is all the water found on the Earth, and the moon-like figure is all the air found on Earth. Wow! Fact number 1. Do you know which is the most terrifying place on Earth? Potato chip rock. No, just kidding. This is not a real one. This is the real one. Looks terrifying, right? Yeah, it is. Potato Chip Rock is a natural tourist attraction near San Diego, California. It is located on the Mount Woodson summit and is famous for resembling a potato chip. It is 2,846 feet above the ground. Only the most experienced people would dare to go hiking there. Not me. Fact number 16. Yasuhiro Suzuki, a Japanese designer, created a wonderful zipper boat in 2004. In 2004, Suzuki originally created a smaller model of the zipper boat, with a full-sized version designed in 2010. The zipper boat is created in the shape of the zipper that looks like it is unzipping the water. The idea behind the installation was to draw out and convey the water's various expressions. Fact number 15. What do you think this is? Is this a real butterfly? Or is this some kind of artwork? This is a real butterfly.
Oh my God! Wow!
Fact number 14. Have you seen moon in photos? Moon usually looks like this, or this, or whatever. But have you seen the clearest photo of the moon? Well, let me show you the clearest photo of the moon.
Are you ready?
This stunning image was clicked by a Californian astrophotographer named Andrew McCarthy, where he tagged thousands of moon photos together to create a masterpiece. Fact number 13. Before saying anything, I'll show you a video. Fact number 12. AirPods were released by Apple on 2016. From the outside it looks like a small device, but the technology used in that little space is huge. This is how they look from the outside, and this is how they look from the inside. Insane amount of technology is used in that tiny little space. Fact number 11. Let me show you the comparison of an astronaut to some of the largest things in the universe. Fact number 10. Before the year 1600, New York looked just like a mass of land. This is actually New York. And this is how New York looks like in 2021.
Nice.
Fact number 9. When a mosquito bites you, a lump forms on the skin. It sucks some of our blood. Did you know that it would take around 1,200,000 mosquitoes, each sucking at once, to completely drain the average human blood? Fact number 8. In 99% of the cases, humans are elected as mayors of a place.
Obviously.
No, it's not obvious. Stubbs was a cat from Talkeetna, Alaska, who was elected as the mayor of Talkeetna. Stubbs was the mayor of the place from July 18, 1997 to July 21, 2017. He died at the age of 20 because he suffered a punctured lung, a fractured sternum, and a deep cut in his side. Fact number 7. I'll show you an image. What was it? This is an image of a tree which was struck by lightning. As a result, the trunk flew open and revealed this noodle-like structure. Fact number 6. Which is the most dangerous place to drive a vehicle? Is it Tokyo?
Nope.
Shanghai?
Nope.
It's Barcelona. Barcelona in Spain is one of the worst places to drive, with an accident occurring every 19 seconds. Fact number 5. As seen from street view, fire hydrants look like these. But today, let me show you the actual length of fire hydrants.
My whole life has been a lie.
Fact number 4. Have you ever heard the sound of a blue whale?
Oh, I don't think so.
Alright, well let me show you the sound of a blue whale. Fact number 3. Let me tell you an interesting story. Once lived a man named Chris Reynolds. He lived in Pennsylvania, United States. In 2013, Chris was accidentally credited $92 quadrillion by PayPal, which made him the richest man on earth for 2 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Fact number 2. Have you ever seen the first image of the earth? Would you be excited if I show you the first image of earth?
Wait a minute.
Fact number 1. Imagine a person who can literally eat anything.
You're kidding.
Michael Lotito was a French entertainer who could literally eat anything. Michael once even ate a whole plane, which took him 2 years. He ate bicycles, shopping carts, televisions, and many other items.